Hello, it's Helen from Authentic Awareness of You with this week's tarot card reading for the week of the 16th to the 22nd of November. So this week, again, I'm going to use a Druid Craft tarot deck. So let's see what the energy or the theme is surrounding us for this week. So the Monday and Tuesday energy is the Seven of Pentacles, which is this card. Now, we possibly may have got that in the same spot as what we did last week. So the same thing applies. The Seven is giving us a chance to pause, to reflect, to go over the work and where we are in our work or in our projects. It also gives us a chance to look at our money situation. That can be our home, our work, our career, our money. It can be everything that's in the physical realm. So this is giving us the chance to go over and see exactly where we are at. It is a card of taking the time out to pause and to reflect and to review the progress you've made this far. So whenever I see this card, particularly in this deck, it's a chance for us to tidy things up, to put the final touches on things, to maybe look at the details of the work we've actually been doing, how we can refine it, or to get in and to make it more workable or even better. I don't know whether better is the right word. Just to refine it so you're more happier with it, I think. It can be the card of, it also when we get to this stage of a journey, the reason why we're pausing and we're reviewing things is because we're looking at it to go, well, do we want to continue on this path? Do we want to keep doing the same things that we've been doing? So this gives us the opportunity to take the time out to pause and go, to review and to check in with yourself, how you're feeling about things, and whether you actually want to continue down this road that you're on. And if you don't, what changes do you need to make to take you further on down the road with either your projects, and this could just be life in general, in regards to money, in regards to your work. So it's a time of sort of tidying things up. In some cases, things may come to an end. You may put a stop to something. You may decide to, well, I really enjoy this part of the work, but I don't actually really enjoy that. So how can I tweak it? It's time to refine and go over areas of work and money. How am I going to do this? This gives you an opportunity I feel this is like a little bit of a stop, but you're going to start again. You're just going to address a few things, perhaps even finalize a few things, settle a few things, and then you can start again, because from the 7 we go to the 8, which is then getting back to work. But you're more focused and you're perhaps a little bit more passionate about the work that you're going to be doing. So it feels like we kind of have to tidy up a few things, address a few things, and before we continue on our journey towards the 8. There is a lot of green in this card. The green really stands out, so it is quite a healing time. So I really encourage you to take the time to pause. It's kind of like you have to review your life, how far you've come and where you're at now, and do you still want to keep doing it the same way that you've actually been doing it before? So we're getting a chance to go over. So, and this may take a while because it's come up a second week now, so we're asked to go over. We still may have to review things, look at things, and fine-tune areas in our life. So we might leave that card there and see what's happening for us on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. So then we have number 4, which is the Major Arcana card, and he is the High Priest, which is the Emperor. Now this, he's obviously someone who's quite strong and in his power. And there again, number 4 is the number of stability. It is structure, things are solid, and there's a security there. So he's coming along too. So I think if you do the work, you review things, you finalize things, you really get in touch with what you want and how you feel about things, and taking the practical steps and practical application to either stop things so you can start a new beginning with things. This Emperor, or the High Priest, comes along. He gives you your power back. He makes you feel as if you're in charge again and you're on top of your game, are the words that sort of came through there. So you'll feel strong, you'll feel empowered, and he gets that way because he has a plan, he has some goals, he has structure, he is disciplined, he is organized. So he's very earthy and very grounded and very practical in his approach to things. So we are now being asked to be using these skills perhaps a bit more, not so much intuitive. We're asking to be quite practical and quite logical in our approach, and to take whatever steps we take, whether they're big steps or small steps, to help you get back in charge of your life. And I think he's the trick. And even with the 7, they're asking us to get back in charge of our life, but we have to readdress where we're at to see where it is we actually want to go, and how and what steps do we need to take us into the future where we feel more empowered, we feel as if we have more structure, and we're in a more secure and stable place. So we might move on and see what the weekend, the Friday, Saturday and Sunday cards have to tell us. When I look at this card, you know, he's when I look at this high priest, he's a bit of a rebellious high priest. So some of you may feel you kind of have to step up and kind of take a little bit of a stand. It may take a bit more courage for you to sort of go, well, this is my life and this is what I want. But it's important that you kind of do that. It's like you have to get out in the yard and really start doing the weeding so you can have a really beautiful garden, so you can plant the seeds and have the garden that you want. And you may have to be kind of, you know, a little bit more ruthless. You might just have to be really start to feel confident and in your power. And it may take a few courageous steps, or even a big courageous look at yourself and your process and where you're at now. And there's a part of you that has to be really honest with yourself too. So there's a part of us that has to be and feel a lot stronger, more in charge, a lot more confident in how we progress forward now. But the Emperor and the 7 of Pentacles are giving us the structure and the form to do that. So let's see what the weekend holds for us. And then we have the Princess of Pentacles. So it's a very earthy reading. They're all kind of, you know, pentacles, and the Emperor is very earthy. So it's a very earthy, practical, logical reading this week. And the Princess of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles. So this is about new beginnings. It's about wanting a new beginning. And it's the very start of something. Now this is often the card of messages, so you may receive messages or news that may have to do with money or work or projects or opportunities that are around you. Some of you may be really feeling, if you kind of do the work and review where you're at now with the 7, that you find you are at a new phase and you think, well, what can I do now and how can I do it now? So you may start to feel a little bit inspired about your progress forward. And this is also about the initial beginning of something. So if we tidy things up, we can find that, okay, we've got space and room to start new things. So this is kind of a nice card, I think, to wrap it up with these, because this is that new beginning that you have been waiting for. So in these, there is a sense of things may start off small, but then, you know, they will get bigger and bigger. And the page is always about that. The new beginning, you're learning something new, you're just at the very beginning stage of something. So look at it, study it, think about it. There's no need to rush. This is a slow process. Pentacles is always, it is a slow process. So you may find things just start off slow, but the more you pay attention to them, you work diligently towards your goal, you'll actually get there. You'll get there. And also the pages want new experiences. All of the pages, doesn't matter which page, whether you're a cup, a sword, wand or pentacle, you're seeking a new experience in some area of your life. And I think we have to make the room for that to actually happen. And that's the process that we need to be in now. You know, fine-tuning, reviewing, going over, weeding out, taking away what we don't actually want. And then giving us some more solid structure to start on, a new place to begin. Because the pages are new beginnings. You want to have a new experience. Now with this page, we're talking about whether in your career or your work or your money or your home, you want to start having a new experience with something. And when I look at this, particularly the reds and the greens, you want to start to feel passionate and more engaging with what you do. And that's part of the process. You want to feel passionate and engaged, and you want to enjoy it. So we're really seeking a new experience in these areas. So looking at work and very practical matters, this week will help us and give us a chance to feel more empowered. We'll start to feel as if we've perhaps got a little bit more structure and solid form in our life and what we want to do and where we want to take it. So overall, I think this week is a bit of it kind of feels like it's a bit of a work week, but not necessarily about getting in there and doing the hard work. Sorry, it's a bit glary there. But it's about reviewing, seeing where we're at, getting back on top of things, gaining some power back in our life through being very practical and logical and taking whatever steps we need to take to fine-tune things to start anew, because we're really ready for a new stage and a new journey. And being more passionate about that is the most important thing. So there again, this is all about, I think it's an inner journey this week as well. It's about you addressing a few things, looking at a few things, so you can actually start moving on and start creating a new space in your life. So we might leave that there, but it's very grounded and very practical. It's a very earthy week. Not too much thinking, it's more contemplating, finding the action if you have to take any, sorting things out, and then finding that space to be creative to start again. So we might leave that there now, I think. So thank you again for watching. Thanks for all your likes and your comments. Have a wonderful week, and I shall talk to you next week.